Hey guys, this week I'm going to show you how to clean the coils on your air conditioning unit. Stick around. Hey guys, and welcome to this week's edition of BS with AJ. As I said before, this week I'm going to be showing you how to clean the coils on your air conditioning unit. Now this is something you need to do at least once a year, if not twice a year. It will help prolong the life of your unit, and it'll also help keep your energy bill down a little lower, because it's going to keep your air conditioning unit from working so hard. Now if you enjoy this week's video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, because we do videos like this every week. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, this week we're going to be cleaning off the coils of our air conditioning unit. Now, you want to do this at least once a year, if not twice a year. You definitely want to do it before the hot summer months, because what happens is your air conditioner pulls air across the coils here, and if you have dirt and debris that builds up, or grass whenever you mowed your yard and stuff, it'll build up on those coils and it'll force your unit to work harder trying to suck air, because it creates that resistance. The dirt layer creates a resistance for that air to come through, so it has to work twice as hard, which is not only going to wear your unit out faster, but it's also going to make your electric bill go through the roof, because it's having to work twice as hard to cool your house. Alright, now as you notice here off to the side or behind your unit, somewhere near your unit, you're going to see a power disconnect. It's just a little gray box in my case, and what you're going to do is you're going to lift that up and then pull that disconnect out of there to cut all power off to your unit before you start doing anything. Alright, now your setup may be different than mine, but a lot of air conditioners have their coils exposed. Mine, however, I have to take off this cover here to be able to actually expose the coils so that I can clean them. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that now. Alright guys, now that I have my coils exposed here, you can see just how much dirt buildup is put on these. So let's go ahead and zoom in and I'll show you. As you can see, there's quite a bit of buildup all across this coil here, and that's going to be creating a lot of resistance for our airflow, which is going to make our unit work harder to clean off or to cool down our house. So really all that you really need is a water hose to clean these off. Like I said, you want to make sure and cut the power off first, of course, before you start doing this. But all you actually have to have is a water hose to clean these off, and you just kind of slowly spray them down and you'll start seeing it just pour off of there. Now they do sell this stuff called coil cleaner. You can use that stuff if it's really filthy, but first I would definitely suggest just using water to clean off the main part of it and then go from there. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Now you can already see a major difference on the coil here from when we first started. It's already got a lot of the dirt and debris off, and that's really all you have to do if you keep up with your unit. Now on the other hand, this one hasn't been cleaned in quite a while and it's really dirty, especially on the back side where I can't hardly get the water hose to. So they do make this stuff called coil cleaner you can spray on here that'll help chemically clean it. And we're going to be using that on this. And then what you do is you spray it on there and you let it set for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then you spray it off with a water hose. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, now that we've sprayed it on there and we've let it set for several minutes, so that way it can get deep inside those coils, we're going to come back and rinse it all off. And then we're going to go ahead and put our unit back together and let it dry off before we actually start the unit back up. Alright, now that we're done cleaning our coils off, we're going to go ahead and let it air dry out for about 10 or 15 minutes, making sure that as the coils have plenty of time to get dry, because if you go ahead and just turn your power back on, it's going to start sucking air across those coils, and if there's any dirt or anything around, it's going to actually stick to your coils again because there's moisture present there. So you want to make sure you give it at least 10 or 15 minutes to dry off, then go ahead and put your unit back together, and then go ahead and turn your power back on. Alright, now we've gave it plenty of time to dry the coil out, so we're going to go ahead and put the unit back together and go ahead and turn it back on. Alright, and here's my disconnect. Yours may look similar or may look completely different. Mine just has two metal pieces here that will make the connection between the power source and the unit here. Now some of them have breakers that you can just flip on and off. Some of them have fuses. This one here, there's an on, and if you turn it upside down, there's an off. Now you see me a while ago when I took it out, I set it on top of the box. And the reason I did that was to show you that when you take it out, you can put it the wrong way. You want to make sure there isn't any power going to it. So you can put it in the off position and just slide it back in the same spot. And these little metal connectors here, they'll actually slide into a spot underneath where your connection actually is, so it won't have power to it. But to avoid any confusion, you should probably just go ahead and take it out and set it somewhere safe to make sure there is absolutely no power in there. Now when you go to set it back in there, you want to make sure that you put it in the on position. Whenever you go to plug it in, most units probably won't start automatically. A lot of them have a time delay on them. So you'll put it in and you may not hear it fire on immediately. Now just make sure it's in the on position and give it about 5 minutes or so and it should kick on. But if it doesn't, then you need to come back and check and make sure that you have it set up the right way. Alright, let's go ahead and put that in now. You just take this, open it up. Alright, now you heard my unit kick on. This one here doesn't have a time delay, but a lot of newer units do. So if you don't hear it kick on immediately, like I said, make sure and give it about 5 minutes or so, and that should be it. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and consider supporting BS with AJ on Patreon so we can do bigger and better projects for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer them to the best of my knowledge. I'll see you next week.